Well, you guys, picking up the video now because the intro that I filmed at home apparently got corrupted and it didn't make it. So we're starting it now. I'm at work and it is in the afternoon already. The morning was kind of a little busy, but not too much. I got my tea, and I actually I read this in a life hack that if you're drinking a soda or whatever, or something with a tab, to dent the section near the opening, so when you drink it, I guess it I don't know, it makes it easier. It does seem easier, I guess, because now it doesn't run into your mouth. I read that or saw that on a life hack video once. Anyway, as I got to thinking about the video we're going to make with the Glock, as of right now, I'm kind of deciding against it in a sense, but I'm not sure yet still. I don't know if I should do like a follow-up video on it, but just because the amount of crazy comments that it got and everything like that, I'm not sure really how to answer some of them. A lot of people think that the gun was dropped on the ground, and man, that's a pretty wimpy flaw in the gun, I think, if all it takes is to drop it on the ground and that thick of a piece of metal snaps off like that. Then how in the world is it handling shooting 10 millimeter and whatnot? If you ask me, I think that's a lot worse battering on the gun. So I don't know. I don't know. It wasn't from dropping it on the ground. This was just a simple use thing. I mean, it just, people got to get their heads around that. It's like guns fail. I don't care what it is, a Glock, a H&K, or whatever, Sig Sauer, 1911, who knows? It all happens. So, anyway, the morning, I didn't really get to filming too much in the morning because I spent a good part of the morning putting together a video, and I'm still not done with filming, and I'm still not, and definitely just filming in general is not even over yet, but getting it cut up and spliced together properly for a nice presentable video for the main channel here. I'm working on a video on comparing the Smith & Wesson revolver compared to the Colt revolver, which I've done a video on that before, but that video was the basics that most everybody does, which is the cosmetics and the function, action, the cylinder release latch, all that, the basic stuff. What I'm working on in this video is the internal parts compared to each other, how they work, in I guess versus the other one, and all that kind of stuff. I guess if you ask me, I think it's going to stir up quite a little bit of maybe things going back and forth about which one's better. But I'm not going to really give my opinion. I think the video will speak for itself, and the people will get their own opinion on that, which one they think is better. Everybody always thinks that. Of course, the answer would be probably like most people are going to say, well, a Ruger, get a Ruger. But being an old school revolver kind of guy, Smith & Wesson and Colt are kind of the two that really go way back, and they've kind of been right at each other, neck and neck, all the way up. To me, 1955 was such a cool year because that was like, I mean, you had the Model 29. Of course, it wasn't called the Model 29 back then, but you had that big end-frame 44 Magnum that came out. You got the Colt Python that came out. You had a lot of cool stuff, was going at it right there at that time. So I think it's gonna be a neat video. Hopefully, I can get it finished and properly put together, so it's good. But still gonna have to do a lot more filming with it. But anyway, yeah, I'm still debating. I don't know, if I'm gonna do another one of those follow-up Glock videos. I'm not sure what exactly I'll do or talk about that I haven't already talked about in the video. It's like, if you notice, that video is very neutral. I'm not trying to bash the gun at all. Some people say I did it on purpose. Why in the world would I do that? Why in the world would I break a gun let alone if it's my own gun, which it's not. Definitely not gonna break somebody else's gun for the sake of just making a video. And yeah, wow, okay. Anyway, I'll leave all that behind, and I just don't really think I want to enter that little war going on there. It's kind of like the comment section is turned into quite a fracas. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna sign off for now. We'll pick it up later. Day's almost done. It's marching on pretty quickly, so we'll see where it catches on a little bit later. Right then, I know I just got done telling you that I may not do it, but I went ahead and filmed a little bit, kind of just not much of a really a further explanation, because I don't have an explanation, but I wanted to go ahead and really answer some of the comments. Again, I'm not trying to be disrespectful to those that thought that it was dropped, even though it's a possibility, but I always thought, like, man, I mean, I saw somebody drop it out of a helicopter. So but I went ahead and did it. I'm more or less just trying to answer some of those comments, really, in a sense, on that video, and just kind of cover it. And one thing I wanted to do was show the inside of the frame to show if it had been really heavily battered from maybe heavy loads, or just, you know, that residual effects of that, just slamming against there, because I've heard that. In fact, one of the other subscribers I watch his channel, he was talking about that. He had gotten a police trade-in Glock, and there was some heavy damage on the inside of the frame, which showed that it had been fired an awful lot. So anyway, that's why I wanted to kind of show that. So anyway, there you have it. Hopefully it does okay. Again, you know, hopefully people don't take offense to what I'm trying to say in the video. But anyway, I went ahead and did it anyway. This is one of the coolest websites, I swear, and it also could probably cost you money. This is a little site called the Internet Movie Firearm Database, and it tells you pretty much every gun that was ever used or used throughout the movie. I've been looking up the French Connection. Here you got, you can see his main gun there, the Colt Snubby Detective Special. It's in his boot. It's really cool. They take you through all the scenes and they talk about it all. There's the guy, he's got one in his belt. Here they talk about something which is really neat, because this happens a lot in movies, and I catch myself catching it. Here they're talking about the Model 36 Smith & Wesson, and where he is supposed to be carrying a Detective Special, yet he's got his a 36 in his hand during the scene where he shoots the guy. And it says even though he carried a Colt, the Detective Special in the earlier scene. So stuff like that is pretty neat. It shows you all the sequences. Ooh, one of my favorites, the Snub Model 10, and that's what Roy Scheider's got. That's pretty cool. Always wanted one of these, the High Standard Flute King riot shotgun. Believe this is the same one that Steve McQueen carries in The Getaway. They talk about it. I love these old movies. These are some of the best movies ever made, and people that have never seen this stuff, man, you're losing out big time, because new movies, they just don't get it. They just don't. This is back when they made really good stuff. This is actually something I just recently discovered, which I did not know, and it does not surprise me about the movie business. They have something called non-guns, and they are fake guns that are really badly looking. Here's some examples of them. I don't know how well that shows up on camera, but these are what they call the non-guns, and these sometimes, if they need to use this, I guess from what they're explaining, if it's too dangerous to have an actual blank firing gun, they use these as stand-ins. For most of us gun guys, we can usually spot something's off about it when they have it, but I guess as a quick glimpse or something, it would definitely work. But I didn't know they did this, which was interesting to find out, that they do things like this. I don't know how well this camera is doing it justice to show you some of these. Some of these look pretty funky. That one doesn't look too bad. What is that, like a Mac 10 or something? Yeah, some of these the rifles look a lot better. But interesting that they have them. They do use them. actually originally wanted a regular sandwich, but I didn't have lunch meat. Could have gone to Subway. But that would have been 13 bucks. It's still the same stuff for the most part. It doesn't look like it's, yeah. It still feels like it would work. It doesn't feel like it would gum up. Still kicking. Nice, going right down. It's pretty cool. It doesn't show up on video as well as it does standing out here. And he's a different type. He's different than them green ones. That's gonna be it. We're gonna come to the close of the day, and yeah, so today I wound up filming some stuff. I was really indecisive, no joke about that, about rather if I was gonna do the follow-up thing about the Glock, the being broken and all that. There was a lot of comments. There was some things that I was just not sure of how to quite word it or go about doing it in video. So I was really indecisive about it, and I wasn't sure if I was going to do it or not. Wound up just turning on the camera anyway and letting it roll and just kind of trying to answer some of those questions that came in. So I went over it, looked at the footage at least twice just to be sure, and I think yes, we're going to go ahead and upload it. I'll probably do that on Sunday though. I don't think I'm going to upload it very soon this week. I think I'll wait till Sunday, mainly because tomorrow I need to get the video of the trunite TIHI. I'm sorry, I was looking around to see if I had it near here, but I just got done wrapping up some of the extra stuff we did for it. I had to film it. Some of it I filmed a little while ago, but didn't have enough to quite upload it, so I did a little bit more for it, and so that's what's gonna upload tomorrow on the main channel, the torture test. Things got a little hot on that one. You might want to check that video out if you're interested. As far as that little light goes, you know, there's not much you can do to it because, I mean, really it's just a pen light, or, you know, it's just a keychain light. It's not much larger than a AA battery, so I mean, really what can you do? Even though I always try to do it a little bit more extreme. So cool stuff I'm working on. Definitely working on the Colt revolvers versus the Smith & Wesson revolvers, and instead I wanted to do my video differently. Instead of just saying, which I've done already, just kind of doing the general look at it, you know, this and that. This time dissected both revolvers right there on a table, comparing part to part, side to side, doing the best I can to explain the cross-reference. A little shaky. I'm gonna have to look at the footage and really see what we got going on there. So anyway, some other stuff that's coming up real soon to the main channel. We got that Thomas pistol, that AJ Ordnance delayed blowback 45 ACP review coming up. That's going to be coming up real soon. And also the copy, the grips off of a Cimarron Rooster shooter. That's me remaking that butterscotch yellow. It's supposed to be like an aged ivory grips off of the original Cimarron Rooster shooter that I had that I broke, so redid that. So I did a video, put that together with that. So that's some stuff coming up. Yeah, so kind of the news of the channel, news of what's going on, what we're throwing around, things we're tossing around. Other than Hot Talks and Dirty Harry, right? If you haven't seen that video, go check it out. Yeah, that was a kind of one that I didn't know if we were going to upload that for a while there, but we wound up doing so it's up there. It's good to have fun every now and then. But anyway, catch us tomorrow. I'll continue the vlog tomorrow and see what we're going. But again, tomorrow, don't forget, check it out, the trunite TI-HI torture test, the titanium flashlight. So really cool on that, and we definitely got some cool stuff coming up to the main channel, Batjack JW. So if you're not already subscribed, please do so. Thanks for watching this channel, and I'm out of here. This vlog is over.